Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ZSR2. Welcome back to Zelda Speedruns for our coverage of the Link to the Past Randomizer Challenge Cup. Doing kind of a multicast tonight. We have the buy race here for buys in the brackets. We have 15 racers running, 4 running here. And the multi-stream, you can watch all 4 channels at once, should you wish, and watch every runner in this race. Joined tonight on comms by Nilson, Alex, and C. Falcon. How are the two of you doing?
Doing pretty good here.
Yeah, pretty good.
Well, we have 3 of our runners. Seto's internet apparently says it hates himself at the moment, but it'll get there eventually, hopefully. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I will let the two of you take over. Have fun and enjoy.
Alright, let's see what we can do with this race. So we got Cedo, we got Dragon Strike, we got Angles, and we got Trip. So what do you think about what do you expect from this one, Falcon?
So the runners are just playing for seeding in the I suppose the Challenge Cup bracket. So honestly, it depends on how important they think seeding is. You might see some more gambles perhaps. If they're just going for the 1 seed, they don't care if they end up 15.
Yeah. And we're starting out with Half Magic and Link's House.
Yeah.
So we're going to have seedings so 8 people will go through to. They don't need to do the bracket stage at all, and the others will be seeded throughout the bracket stage apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a lot of divergency here in the beginning. Angles going up to the traditional uncle, and Trip is doing the bomb farming here in South Grove, and got Dragon Strike here in Lost Woods.
And folks, you'll have to forgive me, my commentary page keeps reloading over and over, so I'm gonna pop open the restream that you all are watching and watch from there. Yeah, but yeah, several different opening routes. I know when I used to play this, I used to do the going straight to Lumberjack, and looked like we had a map check I didn't quite catch. Was that all crystals in the light world?
Yeah, it looked like it's all crystals. Looks maybe like there was like a green pendant in Eastern Palace.
Okay.
So right now we haven't really found anything more than rupees. Pretty much, that's all we got.
Did Dragon Strike look at the what was on Lumberjack, or did he skip it?
I think he skipped it and just went into Lost Woods.
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
But we are going to get the Lumberjack check here from Angles, so let's see if we can actually pay attention on him. Let's see if he will show us it. Looks like 20 rupees.
Yep, looks like a big 20, so that should be won't have to do Aghanim for that today.
Yeah, doing Aghanim for 20 rupees, I don't think we really need to do that.
No, that'd be quite a desperation for money, but
So nothing so far from the checks we have done this early on, more than that half magic, so nothing we can really do with it.
Yeah, looks like yeah, Trip is looks like he's farming. They're farming some bombs in the hut here. This is a nice way to get some bombs early without having to spend any money. I definitely approve of it.
Yeah, just not having to deal with that. It's always nice to just skip it.
bottle vendor with the lovely scam of pay 100 rupees, get 20.
So we have a first sword done in Kakariko well and a bottle as well.
Oh, it's always nice to get a bottle in your early route here, so you don't have to backtrack to Sick Kid later if he ends up having something.
Oh yeah, that's like normally people will just not go and like go to Kakariko before they have like a flute or a bottle, but this time around we got everything. Nothing really major so far. I guess that sword is going to give us something later on.
Mm-hmm. Surely hope so. Wow, yeah, this was this has not been the most exciting CAC that I think we've ever seen.
The CAC was not that hype as it normally is. Alright, let's see what South Shore can, if it can at least give us something that opens up a little bit more than what we can do right now.
Yeah, I would definitely think there's going to be something, something down here. I know seeing an early sword, sometimes I usually get a little bit worried about a lamp and a cape shortly following, or another sword and a lamp.
It would surprise me if we were going to have an Aghanim seed today.
Oops. Oh well. Look like there's just a heart container in the dam. We'll see what drain the water.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like what we can see so far anything big we can do.
No, just yeah, this has definitely been one of the drier starts I can remember from these seeds.
Hopefully this Minimolum cave can at least do what we hopefully expect Minimolum cave normally does. Like just open up potential of this. Maybe give us a cave and a lamp, and that's doing a really early Aghanim play or something stupid like that.
Mm. Yeah, Dragon just taking out some bombs to get rid of those guys.
Yeah,
Right.
oh, there's a hammer.
Oh, very nice.
We got a hammer, so that opens up nothing really right now, but it's going to open up something later on.
Yeah, unfortunately, the hammer, as great of an item as it is in this game, we do need a couple of things with it for it to actually be useful. It does give us tempered sword damage, though, for now. Oh, no. Oh, Dragon
Ouch.
Strike ran into a crab.
Yeah, the good old crab deals like, what is it, 3 hearts
I can't remember
of
if it's
damage?
I can't remember if it's 2 or 3, but I know it's way more damage than anything else in the light world, so...
Interesting to see that Angles just actually decided to go to the escape instead of Minimolum cave.
Yeah. Well, It also makes sense. Although it doesn't look like there's been much in the escape so far.
Yeah, nothing here either. Sarashala, do you have anything for us? Because we
Yes.
don't really have much to go for right now.
Yeah, do you have
So,
um
yeah, I
I-
didn't really catch that,
well
unfortunately.
well I was gonna comment. I was waiting a moment to see when Dragon paused. At least the tracker has him having flippers, a hook shot, and Quake. Was that all in blinds or at blind Sarashala's hut? Because wow,
Yeah, I assume it's in there. So that's pretty hype
that's
for being
that's
Sarashala's faucet.
that is nice and loaded. That'll help.
At least the flippers will open up Hobo and Waterfall Fairy and all that stuff, but the hookshot
Yeah.
is not giving us that much right now.
Yeah, Trip just opened up the third chest. That in fact, all three of them were in Sarashala's hut.
Well, thankfully, that place gave us something, because we didn't really have anything up until this point. Let's see if Eastern Palace is giving us something more here that we can do stuff with. So the dark room, Dragon Strike students right now. It's not in logic, but it's one of the easier rooms to do in the dark.
Yeah. Especially since they have a sword already, you can just kind of hold it out and follow the sparkles to see where you're going.
Yeah, and also just having that hookshot is going to help you guide through as well. Nothing so far inside the castle. Let's see if the back of escape's having anything for Angles here.
Yeah, Angles is doing the dark sewers, which a little bit trickier to get through, mostly because of this this key rat at the end, I find.
And key rat here is pretty hard to find if you're not really if you're not like sure about the position he has from the beginning. It's real hard to find it.
Looks like they got it. He got it the first try, no problem. See if this ends up paying off.
Hoo, the boots. That is a nice find for Angles.
Yeah, that'll work out. That definitely will speed them up a little bit.
It's going to put Angles in a very good spot here. It's going to take a while for our other runners to find those boots if they're not comfortable with doing the dark escape. Dragon Strike was actually doing something really good here, and using that rupee room in Eastern Palace to get those Sora money. Okay, first glove.
And he's gonna go ahead and save and quit out there. I imagine probably gonna probably gonna get those boots at the back of Escape, and then maybe consider sequence breaking the old man up onto Death Mountain with that hook shot. Seems like a pretty good idea.
Yeah, at this point it looks really good. And here I was like, they're not going to find those boots that early, but that glove and hobo was really nice location for that. So only a moon pearl away from Dark World access. Ooh, mirror.
Oh, very nice.
So now we have access to, well, we already had access to Hera, but always nice to have an early mirror as well.
Yeah, that will definitely
So if Swamp Palace is crystal, we have access to beat it when we enter Dark World.
yeah. That's a very nice. That could be very nice. Swamp, if I remember correctly, has 6 items, the most of any of the dungeons. Although I know a lot of runners are not very favored of going left side. And was that a lamp on Zora's Ledge?
That is for sure a lamp on Zora's Ledge.
Oh, I mean, I don't mind having the lamp personally. Just it is a fire source, which I don't have yet. So
But we're one step closer to an item seed for that Moon Pearl Pyramid.
Moon Pearl and Pyramid. That's a classic.
The classic, but you don't really see it that often.
Zora selling the red meringue. Not sure that's worth the 500 rupees, but all right.
I mean, with the splash deletion stuff that you can do now with the red boomerang, I think people, well, we don't need it because we have the flippers already, but it can be decent nowadays.
I've clearly missed a lot in the last year then.
Stuff happens. It's getting wilder with all the glitches they're finding out here in this game.
Yeah, I'm like, I think when I played regularly, last time I played regularly, the most amazing glitch that was recently discovered or used was fake powder. So if that says how long it's been.
Then it's been a while.
Yeah. Maybe there's something else I'm forgetting, but
Well, there's the Moon Pearl. We have Dark World access now.
all right, okay.
I'm also pretty sure we have like 3 bottles already, 2 with like a fairy, so I think we all have all the safeties covered for this seed.
Yeah, I think we will definitely be fine there.
Okay, so with that mirror, we really need that one because we got the mitts up here.
That's nice. Does that let us Yeah, I think we can do a lot more in Dark Death Mountain. Okay, I saw crystals 5 and 6 in Skullwoods and Turtle Rock, but I missed the other 2 pendants.
That saw pendant at Swamp Palace and Pod. So technically, we only need a bow for Janus Tower because both of the bow locations dungeons are pendants at this point. So
Oh man, is this gonna be one of the fabled like both bows and Ganon's Tower seeds?
I mean that would be pretty amazing.
And oh no, is Dragon gonna?
Dragon is trying to do that Herapod, and he did it.
Very nice. I think the yeah, because the big key is actually in the basement. He doesn't have the lamp, so this must have been his only way to get up to the top of Hera. Unfortunately, he will miss the big chest, and it looks like the 2 items are in that chest and on Moldorm, so gonna be missing something. Hopefully, it's not too big of a deal.
Yeah, if this is something huge here, it could be an issue for Dragon Strike, but Dragon Strike seems to be comfortable. It's nothing.
Man, I I looked away for 5 seconds, came back, and Moldorm was already dead, so must have been a pretty good fight then.
And that hammer with the temper damage, it's pretty powerful.
Oh. Dead rock on his way though.
Those dead rocks are like the most annoying enemies in the game.
Alright, so Trip with the lamp looks like just gonna deal with the well, I was gonna say deal with the coffee break, but decided not to take coffee break.
Might set up a death warp here.
Oh, that's true.
We need Bombos to Turtle Rocks. That's good information. We have Quake, but not that Bombos.
Oh, so that adds another item we need to get into go mode.
So Trip is going to give us that item. Dragon Strike missed out, and there's the bow, by the way, in Super Bunny game.
All right. So no ridiculous shenanigans involving the bow, at least for now.
I mean, that bow... I mean, we have everything to clear out all of our pendant dungeons right now, if you want to go and pull Pedestal.
Oh, we do, because Swamp was the 3rd one, that's right. Interesting. So it looked like Hookshot Cave just had a blue mail in it. Definitely we're getting all the safeties.
Getting all the safes is good. Just get it out of the way. And there's the cape for Angles in Agina's cave. I don't think Angles is happy to see it because he doesn't have the Moon Pearl, but haven't been at Sora yet, so we'll find. Oh, he will find a lamp before. Yeah, that's bad.
So Trip just checked our big chest in Hera, and it happened to be Ether. So if Misery Mire is its vanilla medallion, Dragon could have a problem.
And I think Angles is going to have an issue here because he's going Aghanim without Lamp and Moon Pearl.
Oh no. Oh no.
This is real bad because he will be so behind the others. because this is not an item seed.
Yeah, I did mention about the seeding in hell that some of the runners might take more of a take some gambles, but this is going to be a gamble that's going to cost several minutes.
Oh, he doesn't even. I kind of understand why he doesn't want to go to Zora. He doesn't have the money for it, but at the same time, he can get that land to go up to the mountain. Well, he could have checked Hobo as well because he just got the flippers from the eastern area, but just
Going up there,
skipping out.
Going up there, he would have gotten both the gloves and the lamp. So
this is a very huge gamble, unfortunately.
and I do want to comment because I saw it a second ago that Dragon Strike picked up the fire rod out of Hype Cave. So a little bit of hype actually there today.
With that early fire rod, we're actually not that far away from having all the items we need to clear out this to clear out the seed, to be honest.
Yeah, we just need well, we need either flute or book. Well, actually, no, we just straight up need flute because Meyer's a crystal, and that would also get us into desert. We also need whatever medallion Meyer has, and then the ice rod for Totorock and
Samaria.
and then another sword, of course, too, because you cannot poke Ganon with the fighter sword.
Yeah, you can't even poke it with the Master Sword either, so...
No, you have to do spins with that, but at least that's possible.
I mean, if you think about it, the Master Sword is pretty useless, if you think about it that way.
Yeah, I don't know why they call it the Sword of Evil's Bane when it's not very effective in this game.
So, Angles here with no lamp doing really good, to be honest, with the dark rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And Catfish is having $20. I think Angles might be stuck here in this dark room. And sadly takes a death here as well, that this is not looking good for Angles.
Oh, man, dang. I would
probably not do this, to be honest.
I would... If I died in there, I would just leave and... Because you know, at the very least, the lamp would have to be out there somewhere for this to even be in logic, so...
Yeah. So... Dragon Strike does pick up his lamp as well. I think it at least looks like Dragon Strike is going to go and do the whole King's Tube into Graveyard Ledge here.
Mm-hmm.
So for him, this is very good routing. Can check all these out of, like, the checks you don't normally check really early on.
Because I just... I was gonna say, as long as that's where he's actually going, and he is. I was worried for a second he might turn south and go to Pod in Eastern, but no.
I think that will be like a... Yeah, I think the Pod in Eastern will be like the last location places. Like, you have so much open on this side. Crystal Dungeons, at least.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Trip is entering into the Dark World, and will be giving us our first look at, I believe, our first look at Village of Outcasts. Probably will also do Thieves Town.
Yeah, we'll be able to do Thieves Town, but won't be able to do Skull Woods. Never went to Hype Cave.
Right. And Angles just died again in the Dark Agate Tower. Yeah, it looks like he's leaving. I already lost enough time trying to get up there. Don't want to continue to push it.
There's a Master Sword, so we have enough to kill again at least.
Yeah, that Master Sword. All jokes aside about that with it against Ganon, it is a nice upgrade. Although unfortunately, the dungeon they're about to go in is not going to help too much. Oh, and the flute. That's really conveniently placed.
Yeah, just use your mirror here and activate your flute later on when you clear out Thieves Town.
Yeah. Yeah, Sans getting the fire rod for now. Trip's routing and decision making seemingly working out pretty well.
It's looking like pretty good for both Trip and Dragon Strike. A little bit more for Dragon Strike at this point, but for Trip we'll be able to pick up that fire rod later on.
Oh. Yeah, I can tell how long it's been since I've actively played one of these. I forgot that the that one chest in Skullwoods is no longer always a small key. It had the big key in it today.
That's the good old V31.
Mm-hmm. Thankfully, Dragon had the mirror, could just get right out of there and get back in. Doesn't look like we've I don't think we found anything in Skullwoods yet.
Not quite yet, at least. That's the fun part with Skullwoods now. The way you want to, the way you how you need to route the dungeon now, because you never know if you're getting locked in to that room now. Makes it a little bit more interesting. Question from chat: what does the Y race mean? It means that there's 15 runners in this race today on the different channels of the Cello Speedruns channel and the Go Mode podcast channel. 8 of the runners will be skipping out on the bracket stage. We'll just go through, and the others will be what was it now? Will be seeded throughout the bracket stage. So if you're part of the top 8, you will have a little bit of a nicer stage of just not racing as much as the others.
Oh, very, very, very nice Mothula fight there from Dragon Strike.
Very clean fight. Moth really giving Dragon Strike a good pattern, and Hammer and Fire Rod that have magic picking up that early on made a huge difference.
Yeah, Mothula is easily one of the boss fights that can definitely easily get away from you depending on what happens, but that went pretty well, and Dragon Strike picks up their second crystal.
When Dragon Strike is done here, he can do all these Smith chains and after the Thieves Town, and can also clear out Swamp Palace. Well, Swamp is dependent. I don't think you want to go to Swamp.
And
not this early, at least.
And Trip just found Bombos inside Thieves Town, so they have all 3 medallions, so won't have to worry about that. And we know Bombos is required to get into Turtle Rock.
So at this point, we're just looking for Ice Rod and Cane of Samari at this point.
Oh boy, just looking for Ice Rod is some of the scariest words you can have in this randomizer.
Oh yeah, it's normally it's like on the just chilling there on the laser bridge, but it can be anywhere. Well, there's the ice rod on the blind. So
yeah, it's just chilling on blind today. My goodness.
Is this a jet seed?
If Canis Samaria is in a nice place, it very well could be.
Okay,
Yep.
quick heads up. We're gonna lose picture for just a moment. Just gotta refresh everything, and then we'll be right back, and hopefully Seto's stream will be stable.
I assume we're back, right?
I will try and open up the commentary page again and see if it's working right.
Cito's giving us the hammer pegs and all that good stuff here. So, whoa.
Seto's page or stream may or may not be synced up with the rest. Not 100% sure at the moment, but we should be good from here on out.
And talk about being set and good and all that stuff. We found Canis Samaria. We are in no mode.
Oh, where was he? I missed it. I see Trips also got the tempered sword too. Where the heck was that in Myershed?
Yep, Myershed had Tempered Sword and Canis Samaria.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
So for Dragon Strike, when he's done with Thieves Town, we'll just use that flute and we'll be in go mode.
Yeah, cause what was that? That was Quake to Entermire.
Yep.
So Dragon will not be punished for skipping the Hera big chest and missing that Ether medallion because it's not required today.
This is an amazing Jet Seed. This is what the runners want for by race. Like, just have the perfect seed. Unfortunately for Angles here, he's so behind because of the Aga play.
Yeah. And
Ooh.
and to make matters worse, down the middle hole in the Trolldorm fight.
1-0 to good old Trolldorm, right?
Yeah.
So this could be a very interesting routing here. I would assume from Dragon Strike that he will go to my area. And when he's done with my area, he only has the Ice Palace and go up Turok. So that's going to be a very good routing here.
Yeah. Yeah, Dragon's gonna be able to go. If just heads over that Meyer Shed after, it's gonna be able to go mode several dungeons.
He's going to be able to go mode. He's going to be able to go mode the rest of dungeons. That's it.
Yeah.
And Angles takes down Trolldorm while we have Dragon's Strike taking down Blind. Looks like the Mr. Meyer's not a God Meyer today, so it's not like you will be able to go mode a dungeon.
No, I think the big key was in the, I don't remember if that's a map or compass chest, whichever one that is. So that, yeah, it did take a little bit of time to get there, and, on top of that, Trip is, checking all the stuff in here looking for that fire rod.
Little does he know that that fire rod is just in that good old hype cave.
Yeah. It's just, sitting right there for the taking.
And Angles here is just in a few seconds here finally has his Dark World access with that Moon Pearl. I would say it's really close between Cedo and Dragon Strike, because Ceda's done some checks that Dragon Strike haven't done yet, and it's just going to add up. The little stuff that Dragon Strike is doing right now with the overworld locations.
Yeah. There's, won't be a whole lot from this, but given that, we'll probably take the purple chest over to check, and check that, and then I'd imagine we'd probably head into the Mire area right afterwards.
Yeah, I just want to get these checks out of the way. Just looking for Cave of Samaria at this point, so it's not like he's losing that much time. Might pick up some, maybe the silver arrows somewhere down the line here, so could pay out.
Yeah. Well,
Or find the last bottle.
or finds a bee. Sure, that could happen too. Oh,
And there's the butter sword.
Oh,
Jesus.
jeez.
Well, we can skip out of those silver arrows, butter sword as well, so having a fight with the Vitreous is not going to be that bad.
Yeah, we are good to go on all sorts of like, not even just good to go on all the items that we need to be dungeons, but also good on all the offensive and defensive things that we need to.
There we go. Dragon Strike is heading to Mire. It's going to be go mode at like 43 minutes, something like that. It's a very fast go mode this seed. There's the go mode item. Pretty fitful that you put the Cane of Samaria next to a Tempered Sword. Like, it's just a perfect matchup.
Yeah.
And there's the big key.
Yep. Right. Yep, just in and out of desert.
I find it a little bit interesting that he chooses to pick desert pellets first instead of mire, because it would be just be able to flute when you're done with desert if you do it the last dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't have to even wait. There was no items in Eastern Palace, right? That you needed. So you didn't even need to touch the pendant dungeons to see it. That's pretty crazy.
Yep, and I looked away, and the land modes were dead. So dragon now up to 4 crystals.
If you have half magic and you have a fire rod, land mode is not going to be an issue. So crystal number 5 is coming up here for Dragon Strike because it's going to be pretty fast. There's Ceto's 3rd crystal.
Yeah, and Trip is checking all this stuff here in the desert, and little does he know, all he has to do is walk over to Hype Cave.
I can't blame him for putting off Hype Cave, to be honest, because when does Hype Cave even have good stuff these days? It's so rare.
No. I noticed that I hadn't played this regularly in a while, but I definitely know last time I played a Hype Cave was beyond was not exactly hype anymore, so
You mean Dead Cave?
yeah.
And to be honest, Trip did pick up that flute really early, so just skipping out on overall location makes sense. You can clear out dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, he will not be able to go mode Ice Palace here.
No. And also, unfortunately, while doing Bomba's Ice Palace is definitely possible and expected in logic, it is also quite a bit slower. And that's aside from the fact this isn't in Go mode.
Yeah, it's slower, but at the same time, if you have at least... it's so often you find a fire rod in this dungeon, so it's just stupid.
Oh, I know. I've seen it way too many times, so I'm sure Trip might be thinking that as well at this point.
Fire rod in that beautiful spot on Cold Stair. Seen it too many times.
Yeah. Yeah, and to give attention, Seto's about to get the cane and tempered sword out of Meyer Shed, and he will be in Go mode shortly.
If you're Zeta, you're going to feel really good. Like 48 minutes, go mode. You gotta feel really good.
Yeah, and honestly, for all the mistakes that happened earlier in doing Dark Avatar, Angle's honestly not that far behind. Just got to get the stuff here out of Thieves Town, and then to get the flute out of Village of Outcasts. If they make their way over to Meyer Shed, they'll be in go mode too. Well, I guess
I
I also
haven't
gotta
been in
get
a
the
hype
fire
cave,
rod.
sadly, so...
Yeah. That also, for some reason I did notice the fire rod wasn't lit up, but
And there's crystal number 5 for Dragon Strike. Well, or start number 6, right? 5. I can do math.
yeah. I believe that's crystal number 5. I think they still have Ice Palace and T-Rock to do. Also, geez, little... Didn't even realize they were on half a heart there on the Vitreous fight. That's a little scary, but... it ended fine.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the Dragon Strike has like 2 fairies, I think.
Yeah, no, they're definitely fine as far as that, just still a little scary.
And there's Blind Down and an Ice Rod for Angle's second crystal.
Yes, we did find the find Jet his seed for sure. This has been amazing to watch.
This is as linear of a like this seed is just linear. You don't need to do much in this one.
Yeah, Dragon Strike definitely is looking good. It's possible they may be I mean, we don't know that. There's runners obviously on the other 2 streams that at least I can't peek at them because my internet would explode, but definitely looking good.
I would say Dragon Strike is probably in. I can't say too much because I don't want to spoil it for myself. So, but I would say should be in a good solid spot here. When it comes to all these 4 runners on this side, he's definitely it's his race to lose on this side. So for Dragon Strike here, it's going to be a very easy fight. You're just going to crack open Cold Stare, you got Butter Sword. It's going to be such a quick fight. Same here for Trip. It's kind of ridiculous how easy this fight is with Butter Sword. Down goes Cold Stare.
Yeah. That fight, normally can be a little bit scary, but yeah, when you have the Butter Sword, Cold Sword just kind of dies. And I'm sure Dragon Strike will take care of Cold Stare fairly quickly here.
Just spin it up there in the corner, and you can just bully them as much as you want. There we go, 1, 2, 3, and down.
Oh, yep, there we go. Nice, done. One got away a little bit, but no big deal.
Dragon Strike just wanted to give us a little bit of an action, I guess.
Yeah, we gotta knows it's the brackets buy race, knows it's on a restream. Gotta give a little bit of entertainment value, I suppose.
Ooh, is Trip going to Skullwoods before going to Hype Cave? That's bad.
Yeah, not going to find a vanilla or French vanilla fire rod here.
But hey, last dungeon for Dragon Strike now. Cedar's closing in on Vitreous. So, go moding Turok, it's not really like go moding Turok, because you still need to open up so many chests, so it's... like saying you go moding T-Rock is... it's still slow, but it could be worse, right?
Yeah, I mean, what's the... I think, like, the threshold for... I think the threshold for Go Mode and Turok is basically, do you get to skip Laser Bridge or not?
Yeah, pretty much. Cedar taking a death here, but with all those fairies, we're pretty safe in this one.
Yeah, it doesn't mind just standing in the goo there and using a fairy to take it out on a Vitreous.
Angel's getting their fire rod now.
Yep, so all he'll have to do then is head on over to Meyer's shed, and that'll take care of what they need for Go Mode.
Yeah, it's just like we said, he's not real that behind, even though he tried to do the Aga climb twice in the dark, so it's pretty impressive. Hey, Riot Shield, vanilla. Or French vanilla, I guess.
Yeah. We got a mirror shield and a butter sword. For some people that's fully loaded on equipment. For others, I know that's just a bunch of lag.
Gotta say it's...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
I was gonna say, people are asking, yes, the fire rod was in Hype Cave. Trip's still not going there. I'm not actually sure why at this point.
Might just hate Hype Cave that much. Well, the Riot Shield puts Laser Bridge in logic, I guess. So Angel's not go moding Ice Palace, unfortunately.
No, he jumped in there right after doing Hype Cave, which in fairness, given their location on the map, it kind of makes sense. Although they do have the flute, so it wouldn't have been that much of a problem to come back.
Nice fairy drop here for Dragon Strike.
Yeah, it was on was very low on health there. Now has got plenty, and I believe Dragon skipped the big chest, did he not?
Yeah, he did. So if
Okay.
this, yeah, okay, you can skip Laser Ridge. So
Yeah.
it's actually go mode in T-Rock.
Yeah, very nice. That was a probably about the friendliest the T-Rock could have been.
Talk about a friendly seed.
Yeah, this seed just gave you everything.
Gave you everything, and you didn't even need to think this time around. You just had to go to the dungeons.
Yeah, just kind of play like just a straight up standard kind of a style here, and you'd do pretty fine.
It's pretty funny. Like normally in a random seed, you kind of had to like dip into a pendant dungeon. If you play this seed perfectly, like God routed it, you didn't even have to dip into Eastern Palace at all to seed. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, this is amazing. I can't remember where were these seeds when I was still playing?
Yeah, I never get these seeds around. It's just dumb.
Oh. Yeah, instead I got the seeds that like required you to dip Pendant Ice Palace to find boots to find the big T and GT on top of the torch.
That sounds like V31.
I think that actually did happen to me in a tournament race once back a couple years ago. That was I think that was V29 that did that wonderful gem. But
at 1 hour, we have all the crystals.
Wow.
For Dragon Strike.
Yeah.
Do you want to play a game, by the way?
Are we going to guess where the GT Big Key is?
Yeah.
I remember that game.
So, a number between 1 and 22, because there are 22 chests in Ganon's Tower. Where do you think it will be?
I'm gonna go with the bottom left chest in Rando Room. Because Rando Room.
Since this seed has been so nice to run, I'm going to just say the torch.
That would not surprise you if it was just right there for the taking at the beginning, no.
Nah, I'm not surprised anymore. With this seed, it's just free, right?
And Dragon is in fact going straight for the torch, going straight to the left.
Oh, well, rip my dreams.
That's not a big key. Alright.
Chest number 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I guess this is the Dark Magician strats. We're going to the right side now.
Yeah, I was wondering when he went straight to the left if this was what was planned. Was this particular route?
Number 6 and 7.
Yep, gonna.
Come on, give us title room.
Yeah, just stop and check tile room. Come on. Oh no, I mean, I wouldn't honestly expect any runner to do that, but it would be fun.
I mean, imagine if it did it and it was just there, like Galaxy Brain.
Yeah, just that would be that would be quite the play.
Well, it's not here on the right side.
Nope.
I kind of forgot which number we were at, so...
Yeah, hold on,
I would just blame it's really late and it's the day after New Year's Eve. So, I mean...
Yeah.
Let's just blame that instead of me not being able to do math.
I think we've opened 11 so far. I had to actually like try and count them in my head.
11 sounds pretty, like, accurate.
Not in the fire bar room, so I guess we're gonna keep going here.
I mean, your bed is still alive here.
It is, yeah. Nope, not the fire snake room, so we're off to Rando.
Which chest did you say? The bottom left, right?
Bottom left, yes.
So chest 14 is coming up.
Oh, dang it, it was top left. Oh, there's some red mail in here too. Well, okay, so I got a mushroom instead of the big key.
Hey, whatever you want to do with the mushroom, it's up to you, but it's big key we want, right?
Yeah. Don't worry, people. I know the jokes about the mushrooms. I'm sure everyone's got one right now, but Dragon Strike has found the big key.
And I'm pretty sure that was just number 15, right?
I believe it was, yes.
Then congratulations to Obscure Lifeform for winning the big key guessing game.
So Dragon Strike just now has to execute in the gauntlet, and we'll be done with the seed. Update the other runners real quick. Too. Trip is in Turtle Rock. Only crystal they have left to do. Seto also in Turtle Rock looks like it's the only crystal they have left to do, and Angles is currently in Skullwoods. Has not gone to Myers Shed yet, however.
Yeah, so sadly he's not. Sadly, he's not in go mode yet. So it's the time he could have saved. It's just like Trip could have saved more time by go moding these dungeons, but not the end of the world.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, all the 15 runners in this race will be playing in that bracket. This is just for the bye, correct? So.
Yeah, it's just that the 8 first runners will escape out on the first stage, I guess, from the bracket stage, but the others will be seeded. So right, it's not like the end of the world for those.
No, I mean, maybe you could just shake it off to a bad seed or just some risky decision making, whatever that didn't work out, and still gets a chance to do well in the bracket stage.
Pretty clean climb here for Dragon Strike. Nothing really you can say about it. It's just good execution here.
Best feeling in the world in the Gauntlet 2 is those 2 rooms in a row on the Wizard, so that you get to use the Canis Amari and just take them all out.
Yeah.
I love that strat so much.
Best room in the game, right?
Yeah. It's always weird if you get a seat, one of the seats where you don't require cane, you don't find it, and then you get up there and you don't have it. It's like, what do I do? How do I kill these things quickly?
Dragon Strike opening one more chest before he's done with this.
Yeah, I'm not. Maybe hoping getting the lucky with silvers, perhaps, but we got everything else, so I wouldn't think the Ganon fight would be too bad.
Maybe hoping for picking up that sand cart or something like that. Get that instant refill.
That's true, yeah. Unfortunately, did not find that anywhere going up, but like I said, won't be any issues. Gotta get this one last room, and then we'll get to fight Aga 2, and hopefully Dragon is much better at geometry than I ever was.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad at that as well, so... Cedo is going to enter GT now.
Yeah.
Good pattern for Aga. Oof.
Yeah, unfortunately, the blue balls got in the way there a little bit, but...
Should just have one more hit, and should be down. There we go.
Alright. Aga down, now there's time to take on Ganon. And Dragon should be down with the seed, and this is gonna be a really impressive time, even if it ends up not being the winning time.
Yeah, when you enter like Ganon at like 1 hour 10 minutes, you know it's been a very good seed.
Map window. With the Butter Sword, one cycling phases 1 and 2 should be no problem. Using some swag dash strats here. Oh, jeez.
Talk about dodging a bullet here, like
How are some people that good at dodging those bats? Man, that was impressive.
Stop teleporting, Ganon, please.
Yes, Ganon. Ganon, we have a race to finish.
And Angles is in go mode now as well, entering Mr. Minor. Oh,
Silver Fern Pod. Yeah, I don't think anyone was finding those. That is hilarious that one of the bows ended up in Pod, however.
yeah. That is pretty fun.
Oh, Dragon. Poked Ganon there a little bit. Just gonna wait the cycle out there to get the setup again. Continue on with the Silverless fight.
I think it's just one more hit here, right? Or maybe not.
I admit I wasn't actually counting. I think it's 12 spins, but I don't...
There we go.
There we go. Yep.
Get your GGs in the chat for Dragon Strike.
Nicely done.
Dragon Strike has finished first in first place here on this channel and first place overall in this race with an official time of 1 hour 12 minutes and 3 seconds, and we actually have Dragon Strike here, I think. GG's.
We do. Congratulations, Dragon.
Yo, GG's, thank you.
So what did you think about this beautiful seed you got?
I mean, pretty much everything was on your way, so it was a great seed. Can't complain.
Yeah, having a jet seed in a buy race, it gotta feel good, right?
Yep, definitely.
So you're the first runner overall to finish. Did you expect that, or was it like it has to be a...
I mean, my goal was at least to get the top 8 and to beat Dracaris, but yeah, I got both. Nice.
Talk about clean sweep there. So you're actually... You don't need to do the first stage of the brackets. So that's going to be a nice feeling for you, I assume at least.
Yeah, at least one match I don't have to play at 2 a.m. like this one. So, yay!
Yay for us Europeans.
But I mean, it's okay, and it's fun overall. So,
And I assume you had fun with this this race. It was real fun to watch you play because I feel like your routing throughout the whole entire seed was just brilliant. Going to Hype Cave there early on because that's the play you did that pretty much the others didn't. And then just cleaning out Skullwoods and then all the other dungeons after all, so straightforward.
yeah, that fire rod, I knew exactly where I wanted to go after that. But I wanted to check the uncle at least, because I know some people like to route that in at the start. So, at least I had to go that way. But because I lost so much time in Eastern Palace already, I was like, nah, let's no escape, let's skip it.
Yeah, thinking about it, you skipped so many locations that the others did. It's pretty crazy that you get a linear seed like that. Just the Srirachalas Closet was just stacked as well after like nothing in the beginning. Nothing in Kakariko, nothing in Mini Molten Cave.
Yeah, Sasha was stacked. Like, what was in there? Hookshot, Quake, and I forgot the third item, but yeah.
I think it was Flippers.
Flippers, yeah.
Oh yeah, Flippers, right. But yeah, the start felt pretty bad, to be honest. Like, dying on your way to Ice Rod Cave is never a good thing.
Oh yeah, you died
Yeah.
in the beginning. I totally forgot that, to be honest.
Yeah, that was about the only thing that went, I guess, wrong was the crab that got in your way, but luckily there was nothing there, so...
Yeah, I was a little bit worried that the flute is there or something else, like something you want to have. Or the boots or something. But yeah, I got there pretty quick, so I wasn't too bad and too worried about that location anymore.
That was pretty funny because we found boots before you got it, and we were like talking about like it's gonna take you a while to get those boots, and then we found the glove at Hobo, and then you got instantly the boots, and we were like, okay, it didn't take you that long, and then you got the mirror from Bonkrocks as well. Pretty good location since you were deciding to do sequence break the mountain.
Yeah, that's why I was worried about the flute, because I didn't have the lamp at that point. I didn't know it was on Zora Ledge, so I was like, did I skip the lamp or did I skip the flute now? Thankfully it was only the lamp and not the flute.
And the lamp, you got the lamp later on either way, so good routing decisions made you just realize you didn't skip anything. Well, you did skip the lamp, but you didn't really need it after all, so...
It's always nice to have, at least. And if you see it and you want to go to Zora anyway, why not take it? Because I wanted to go to Skywoods with the Fire Rod anyway, and route in all the other locations like Graveyard Ledge, King's Tube and that stuff.
And it paid off doing that routing, to be honest. Just do what you did, and you had a beautiful moth fight as well with the hammer. Really good pattern.
Yeah, the pattern was okay. At least it was not like a top left the whole freaking time or top right or something, like it usually does.
Yeah, it's not a beautiful thing when you get stuck with moth in the corner. While we're talking here, we're going to have Cito here joining in on the Ganon fight in just 2 seconds here.
Yeah. So my only question I had for Dragon was there any concern after you did the Hera pot jump of what, if anything, important being in that big chest that you might have missed?
Not really, to be honest. Like, if something is there, you pretty much lost, probably, but Like, I already did East and I wanted to do something, so... And the basement is so slow. The tile room takes forever.
Oh yeah, no, it was completely understandable why you skipped in. Luckily, it had the one medallion in the seed that was not required, so it didn't end up being a big deal.
Oh, there was Ether. I was already wondering why everyone does have Ether. Okay.
Yeah, so luckily that Ether medallion didn't come to hunt you down.
That would have been bad. Holy. Okay, good.
So no touch, like you didn't really have to touch a single pendant dungeon. That's pretty crazy when you think about it.
Yeah, the bow was pretty much debate again.
I don't even remember where we found the bow anymore, so...
Super Bunny Cave, I think. At least Dark
Oh
Death
yeah,
Mountain.
right.
That sounds about right.
And Cito has taken down Ganon. Get your GGs in chat for Cito. Cito is finishing in 2nd place here on this channel, in this part of the race at least. Cito is finishing with an... Let's see if we can find it. There's so many names here. Cito finishing in... There we go, in 6th place overall with an official time of 1 hour, 19 minutes and 55 seconds. GG's to Cito.
Yes, thank you. GG's.
So, Cito, how did you enjoy this seed?
It was, other than maybe one major issue, it was almost perfect route. I did kind of change my norm a little bit. I tend to focus on dungeons quite early, so I'm glad I did the south route, at least for the fire rod. I was thinking about just grabbing Hype Cave, but then went the whole south route. Other than that, it's a nice seat.
It was a little bit jetty, right? Like the perfect seed to have in a buy race.
It was. It really was. I liked this one. It's better than what I normally run.
So I have to say congratulations as well to you, Cito. You have finished in the top 8, so you're going to have the luxury to skip out on the first round of the bracket stage.
Yeah, that's still kind of sinking in on my end. I didn't think I was going to be in the top 6. I didn't even think I'd be in the top half.
Well, you can let it sink in while you're just enjoying the others go at it during the first round of the brackets.
Well, definitely. Take some time to breathe and get back in on practice.
Did you feel like there was something in the sea that like you could have done better overall, or it was just like Like maybe like Dragon Strike said, just maybe skipping out on like Eastern Palace.
Yeah, I forgot the early Eastern play. That could have helped. My execution, especially up on the mountain in Hera, was a little lacking. I don't usually take a couple. To be honest, thinking about near the end, it took me about 10 seconds to realize I was in go mode after I picked the cane up.
I can't blame you on that one. So Trip just finished as well, taking down Ganon. GG's to Trip. Trip finishing in top 8 as well. So with an official time of 1 hour, 23 minutes and 58 seconds. 8th place overall, 3rd place on this channel. GG's to Trip.
Thanks, guys.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and take my leave. Thank you guys. I cannot believe you guys all orchestrated 3 to 4 strings of commentary and tracking. That's tremendous. Thank you guys for getting us all on the restream.
Well, thank you, Cito, for being featured, doing this race, because we wouldn't be able to do it without you. So GG's for making the buy race top 8 as well.
Appreciate it. You guys have a nice night.
You too.
All right. Yep. Take care.
So Trip, how did you enjoy this seed? And do you hate Hype Cave, Trip?
I just kind of felt like there was a lot better places to go at every given moment. So I don't know. It clearly was the decision that cost me.
It cost you a little bit, but it didn't really cost you that much because you made it to 8th place overall. So you're skipping out on the first round of the bracket stage as well.
Yeah, and I feel really good about the way I played. This was an incredibly fast seed.
So except the whole Hype Cave, missing out on that one, did you feel like you could have done anything else differently, maybe?
Nothing really major comes to mind. Just cleaning up execution is a lot of where I could see improvement.
I feel like your execution was pretty good when you think about it, since you weren't that far behind, even though you skipped out on that fire rod. And cleaning it, like, you didn't go mode any dungeon at all. So I mean, pretty good time after all when you think about it.
Well, thank you.
So 8th place, skipping out the first round. You had our Jet Seed in this one. And what do you think? Like, did you expect to make it in top 8 today?
I felt like I had a good shot at making top 8. After how the seed played out and how most of my decisions kind of led to progression, I kind of felt like I had an inside track to getting the lead. But these are really good players, and it just kind of shows the depth of talent that there is in the rando community. That that the times are this competitive, in the secondary tournament.
I mean, it might be the secondary tournament, but I mean, like you said, there are some really good runners here. Like you said, the rando community is just extremely talented.
Yeah, definitely agree.
So since you're skipping out in the first round, I guess you're going to do a lot of practice here while waiting for your next opponent.
A lot of practice and a lot of multi-world. I can't get enough of it.
Multis is the best thing. Like,
It's
honestly.
incredible.
Oh, yeah, those are incredibly fun.
Oh yeah, I have a great time with I have a good group of friends that I play with consistently. It's a lot of fun.
I can't blame you on that one.
Okay, folks, sorry about that. Commentator just co-commentator to step away for a moment, so I'll take over from here. Here, I mentioned the Angles is currently in GT right now, heading to trying to find that big key to get to the top and finish this race. I don't have any further questions for honestly both the runners. I just want to say for first time back watching Link to the Past regularly and almost here, it was a pleasure to watch this, and I really want to know where the hell these seeds were when I was playing, but because that was amazing, just how quick it went by.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't know. These ones are kind of fun, but I like some of the trickier ones too. At the same time, I don't know. It's a lot of hearts, a lot of swords being found. I don't know. I like my low percents.
Yeah, this seed was basically just here's everything. I mean, it was like the worst part of it, from at least from the commentary view, was the not terribly exciting CAC at the beginning.
Yeah, definitely. From that point on, it was just jet all the way.
But like the moment you went to Sarashala's closet and found the flippers and the hook shot, it's just like, okay, here you go, just take these items and run.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it's just like one item led to another, led to another, led to another.
Yeah. I didn't even realize too. Like it took a moment when the first runner found the cane in Meyer shed that was actually no mode. Like I remember I was talking about how when one runner was in Thievestown, how it's like, okay, well, there's still cane, and then of course the ice rod's still missing, and we could be looking for that an hour, and then it popped on blind. It's like, okay, cool, you know. It's gonna be one of those heats today.
Yeah, I knew as soon as I hit that hype cave that everybody was going to be hitting go mode pretty early.
What was it like? It was like you could basically like go mode like 4 or 5 dungeons. That's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the first 4 or 5 dungeons that I did were in logic from the beginning.
Mm-hmm. And as you mentioned this too, to Dragon Ball Trip, also worth commenting to yourself that none of the pendant dungeons were actually required today, which is kind of amazing. Didn't have to touch any of them.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, most runners went into Eastern because they were already there after getting the stuff out of Sarashala's closet, but
yeah, I considered it for a half a second, but I was just like I was still missing too much for Dark World access, so I was like, I can't really justify leaving this right now, even if there was a treasure trove there.
Yeah, that's like that's like the one I guess gamble. You're right though, that with how many things were still missing for Dark World at that point, because I think you all didn't even. Well, you all had like the hammer out of Mini Mold Armor at that point. That was it.
I think we were missing. I think we were still missing. I think we're still missing Moon Pearl. Yeah, I think it was just Moon Pearl actually.
So Angle's now going up a gauntlet. The one thing, unfortunately, for Engels, who's still running here on our stream, is that I have to ask him about this if he comes in for the interview afterwards. But about the 20-minute mark, decided to try and do Dark Agate Tower, and died twice, and just lost a bunch of time there.
Oh, that's a tough break.
Yeah, maybe assumed it was an Agassi because of how little was actually left in logic and how much was missing. Maybe they thought they were gonna only find the lamp somewhere because they already had the sword and then had gone to Gina's cave and gotten the cape. So
Yeah, I can see how that would make sense.
but yeah, with that lamp and the gloves both being locked behind the flippers, it just kind of opened things up. The interesting thing they did too is they also did the dark sewers in Hyrule Castle, so they had the boots first
Oh, okay.
because they were able to get to the back of Escape and find those.
Gotcha. So before gloves are found, that makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, this was like I said, this was definitely a pleasure to watch y'all play, and good luck to everyone in the brackets in this looks like it's gonna be a pretty close competition for whoever ends up winning this Challenge Cup.
Yeah, definitely. It was a lot of fun to play this one. GG to everybody.
Maybe I should unretire and come back and play with y'all sometime. Oh, it's been a while.
It's a lot of fun.
I got hooked too much on Zooter. I made the brackets for that twice, but
Oh yeah.
they called me in
Still
for
haven't tried
emergency.
that one yet.
They called me in for like emergency comms for this. I didn't even know what I didn't even like know half of the half of the strats that have been discovered recently.
Oh yeah.
Like I saw Dragon do the Hera pot jump, and I just sat back. I'm like, I don't know how this works. I don't even know how to explain it. I'll just let him do it. And
I was bummed that I didn't get to do that one. My health was too low to really attempt it, and I love that strategy. That's one of my favorite glitches.
it seems really nice. I know for someone like myself who usually plays safe, it'd be really nerve-wracking to skip that one chest, but with the big key being in the basement, but at the same time, it's probably really nice to not have to take a minute coffee break.
Yeah, definitely. And even if even if you have to go down there, or you don't feel comfortable about skipping that chest, it's still just faster than climbing the tower to hop into that pot rather than going up the actual tower. So it's just a really, really nice strategy all around. Kind of cuts out some stuff I don't really like doing all that much.
Oh yeah, for sure. This was like I said, I don't think I get to say enough nice things honestly about the seed that you all played today. And yes, this Cub saying and typing that in chat. Please make sure you give all these runners a follow who run the stream today, and honestly, not just the runners here, but all of the 15 of those who are playing for the bye today, because I'm sure you're all gonna want to see them play in that bracket stage.
Yeah, thank you everybody for watching. This was a lot of fun.
Might have been the best race I've seen, because it's been this huge race in a tournament. You don't see those that often.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, can we get like? I'd love to see a race organized like this, as well with the with like the top best of the best in the main tourney too, playing for a bye.
Yeah,
that would be pretty sick.
It'd be amazing.
So we do have Dragon Strike that won. We have Dracaris that finished second place. We did also have, let's see, so I don't miss anybody, because there's so many names in this one. We got Adorak Rick. Rick got third place. Avi Dunasu with fourth place. Quiz Bowl at fifth place. We had Cita, of course, in sixth place. We had Dragon's Sion T at seventh place, and of course, you trip in 8th place, so you guys are making the bye place here and skipping out in the first place in the the first round in the bracket stage. So congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, we now get to watch one last Ganon fight here with Angles.
Let me ask this: did anybody find where the silvers ended up?
In pod.
Yeah, Ganon
Oh yeah, that's
said
right.
something about a bow and pod somewhere or something like that. So yeah.
I wasn't bailing it at all, so I didn't even really pay attention to what he said.
We got a little giggle out of it because of course it was pod that had something like
Yeah.
that, since we didn't even have to touch pennant dungeons this seed.
I swear the progressive bow always ends up in pod with the new V31 logic.
I mean, it pretty much feels like it's always inside pod or like Swamp Palace or something stupid like that.
Right?
Yeah, that was the other weird thing about this seed too. Is for as much of a jet seed ended up being, it was interesting too that once you guys started getting items, that a lot of the items for Swamp Palace showed up, and by a lot I mean all of them, and then ended up being a dungeon you never touched. That was really interesting.
Yeah, that was definitely in the back of my mind at a few different points, where that of how early all that swamp access came.
Yeah, I kind of had the feeling that maybe somebody would dip into, like if they did Hype Cave, they would go in and just dip into the Swamp Palace and take the bait. Because we had everything cleared out, and it's like, maybe not with the Fire Rod.
Had I not found the fire rod in Hype Cave, that was where I was headed.
I mean, if you went to Swamp Palace, I would be like, I wouldn't be surprised, because it's just one of those dungeons that I guess I would have done that before pod, since like there's more items in Swamp. It takes it about the same time as going through the other dungeon as well.
Angles here trying to be as patient and get back on a good cycle here with Ganon to get the silverless hits in here and hopefully finish up the race.
He's having some issues here to getting in sync with his fire bats.
Oh no. Oh.
And Ganon's not in a good mood anymore.
No, we're gonna go ahead and gonna give it another shot and try again. See if we can beat this beat the pig.
Oh, we need to be careful here. Only one heart.
Oh man. Sometimes dodging those bats can be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and especially when you're in a race like this, and if you died one time at Ganon, it gets stuck in your head, and when it happens a second time as well, it just becomes a mental thing as well.
Yeah. Then I don't know how some runners treat it when they're racing or not. I know some have the IRC closed and some leave it open, but I wonder if Angles has one of the runners that leaves it open, maybe peeked over and seen all the finishes and is stressing out about it.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like it's like you're saying, some people want to have it open and some don't want to see it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Should have a double here, I guess. Yeah, there we go. You start being a little bit more careful here with his magic. Even though he has half magic, he's starting to run out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Think he's almost got it.
There we go. Get your G's in chat for Ingles. Angels slayed the pig. And Ingles finishing here 4th place on the restream and 15th place overall. The official time of 1 hour, 44 minutes, and 46 seconds. GG's to Ingles.
Man, today was not my day.
So we need to talk about one thing, Ingles.
Yeah.
Aghanim.
Yeah, you want to know why that happened?
Yeah.
So, I have been practicing Dark Aga a bit before this, but the reason why I went to Dark Aga was because of me doing that early castle all the way up to the boots so that I saw the lamp and I was thinking there is probably nothing on Hobo because I got the flippers after I had done the other Sora 6.
Oh, right, you did that. Right.
Yeah, so that was kind of just.
So when you died the first time and then you did it the second time, like what went through your mind?
I was basically like, okay, I am gonna take it a little bit slower. I'm gonna try to use the hook shot to see where that upper wall is. However, I never found, and somehow I just walked straight off after going a little bit off to the right.
But I gotta say, even though you tried to do Dark Aga, you really played good afterwards. Just you could have done some stuff differently, like finding your go mode items, so you could have go mode the other dungeons. But other than that, you played really well. You weren't that behind as well, so
yeah. That was like the thing because of the seed was amazing, to be honest, because of sure a little bit linear to get the Dark World access. I buy that. But otherwise, we had all of the items on our path the whole time.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Like when you got the go mode, like Dark World access, you could have like everything pointed at Swamp Palace first until we found the mid up on the mountain. So that was pretty sick.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome to find that one there. But at the same time, I was like, for me. Because me seeing the title, I was thinking like, okay, the Moonper is not going to be up here. I'm going to have to go back to Aga.
I mean, that would have been awful if that was the case, yeah.
I think it was a little bit because of me trying to find where the bad thing in the seed would be. But
and your Ganon fight was not the prettiest either. I guess I guess you're not happy with that.
No, I'm not. But it's not because of my execution on Ganon. It's because of me forgetting to do one thing.
Which one?
So, before I entered the Victorious, I released one of the fairies. I was gonna go to the witches after to buy a blue goo. However, I forgot to do that.
Yeah, that was painful to see because I could see your face and you did not look happy. So
yeah, so it's mainly I was mad at at how Ganon went. I was mad for me for getting to get a blue goo, because that could have absolutely made so that I could have killed him 2 earlier tries.
Yeah, definitely. So, Engels, do you have any final thoughts about this seed? Same goes to you, Trip and Dragon Strike. Any final thoughts?
Thanks for everyone who set up this one that everyone was able to get restreamed. That was pretty awesome. And thanks so much. And thanks so much to the commentators and the trackers.
Yeah, I concur. Thank you very much, everybody who set this up. This has run really well, and it was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the bracket.
Yeah, thank you guys, and GG's to the others, and good night, everyone.
So let me add my own GG's to everyone playing. Thank you to everyone who was joining us for sticking with us through those technical difficulties at the beginning there. Glad we were able to get everything sorted out. Want to give a quick shout out to one last time to our 4 runners: Seto, Dragon Strike, Angles, and Trip. Our 2 trackers, Siberian and Shadow Fix. And then as soon as the bot decides to play nice, commentators, Nilson, Alex, and C Falcon. GG, well done to both of you.
Well, thanks to Cubs.
Thanks, Cubs.
It was real fun to do commentary with Falcon, and yes, doing this, so everybody got restreamed. So GG's to everybody doing this.
Yep, and thanks everybody for the help and pulled me along a little bit while I reacclimated myself with this game. So much appreciated.
Just a quick look at the schedule here on ZSR for the next couple days. Friday, we have a first round match in our Ocarina of Time Rando Season 3 tournament. Sanzo versus Nephestos. A couple of baguettes fighting off on that one. And then our Ocarina of Time Rando Freaky Friday race at 7 o'clock Eastern on Friday. So, don't quite know the settings yet, but it should be interesting. One moment, sorry. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here. Gonna raid, send a little bit of raid, I think, off to Dr. Bob, so feel free to stick around and enjoy his stream. Thank you very much, everybody, and we'll see you back here soon.